What's up, guys? My name is Connor. Today we're back with more Nomad Survival, and I'm got back to farm because we need to do the spud gun thing, and I totally forgot that I left without killing this raid. So there's a bunch of stuff here. That's the raid. They currently don't know what to do because there's no plants. So we're just gonna run them over here a little bit. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, done. And then we're gonna plant some oranges and blueberries. We got those blueberry seeds last time. What's up? You're dead. Thank you. And you, perfect. All right, so yeah, we got some oranges and blueberries. We got to set that up. I'm going to actually extend this out while we're doing that as well, so I'm not going to use this wall. We'll take that off. Just build the wood frame out to the full width of the vehicle. Excuse me. Excuse me. Are you serious, bro? Wow, that sucks. I can't believe he just did that. He actually wrecked the tire. We eventually need to reinforce the whole vehicle. I have no idea how we're going to deal with a farm bot raid. Honestly, like if we plant enough, well, you know what, to be honest, we're probably never going to plant enough crops to get a farm bot anyway, but like, yeah, I don't know how we would deal with it. But anyway, we need to build a tire. I think I have enough stuff for a tire. Yeah, we do. Got 26 more honeycomb after that. That's unbelievable that he wrecked that. Anyway, let's get some soil plots. Let's get those seeds going. So we got 5 blueberry seeds. Where are the orange seeds? We got 7 orange seeds. What do we have in terms of oranges? We have 4 oranges total. I think it's 1 orange crate, 1 blueberry crate, and 1 farmer. Or maybe it's 2, 2, and 1. I know we need to find a farmer no matter what, but I'm not sure. We can go check at the trader, honestly, once we get this stuff planted. So anyway, let's grab some soil. We're going to need, I don't know, we'll plant, essentially, I think we'll just plant 5 of each. All right. Perfect. We got all 5 blueberries, all 5 oranges. I'm actually going to park this here for now, just to make sure if something does show up, it doesn't accidentally wreck those. Right? We got to make sure that's all secure. And then let's get that extra wheel. Jack this up a little bit. There we go. Get that. There we go. Perfect. All right. And then what I want to do, we'll walk to the trader, but there's a charred zone. Well, there's a couple of charred zones here. So I want to just kind of explore the charred zones and see if we can find a farmer, like the spinning roly-poly-oly farmers that we got to deliver to the trader, and at least we can maybe roll him out of the charred zone. And we could probably even roll him all the way to the trader, honestly. Is this not enough? Excuse me. I planted 10 crops. They're all like tier 2 crops. That should be enough to spawn a raid, right? Is this not enough? Good thing I put the fence down. My goodness, we would have already had like half the crops wrecked, and then we would have had to get all the blueberries again. Like that's all the blueberry seeds we have. We're actually screwed if those get wrecked. So anyway, but yeah, I think. Oh no, there it is. Now the raid timer finally showed up. All right, we got some time. Let's. It's not gonna be a big raid. Like it's all tier 2 crops. There's no way there's gonna be anything major. But I think the charred zone on the right. There's one over there, and I know for sure it has nothing. Like it does not have any farmers in it. I've gone and checked that. But there's a charred zone here on the left, and I want to check it and see if it has farmers. If not, we need to find one of the autumn zones, because there are those like farmer encampments in the autumn zones. But I'm pretty sure they're more common in the charred zones. I'm not 100% positive on that. Oh, there's an autumn zone literally right here. It's a really small autumn zone. If there is one, he'd be up there. But anyway, let's check this charred zone first. I honestly don't remember. I think we've seen one farmer on this map before. Right there. Farmer camp. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, shoot. Yeah, no, gotta. Yeah, forgot there's fall damage. Excuse me. Yeah, no, can we... Wow. That was very convenient. All right, there's the farmer. Perfect. So we can probably roll this all the way to the trader. Just with the hammer. Where'd he go? Oh my god. Oh my god, I hit him. Oh no, I hit him onto this hill. And now he's gone. He was on this. Hold on, where did he go? He probably won't even respawn either until I actually find him. He went rolling down this hill. He's got to be down here somewhere. There's no way. Okay, he's got to be stuck up here somewhere. There's no way he went that far. Or did he? How steep is this hill? Oh my goodness. I hit him out to here. Got out to here, so we'd be like, oh, we would have kept going this way. Oh, keep going this way. None of these have collision. Maybe he hit off that. No collision. Would he still be going? Down all the way here? There's no way. Oh my god, there is a way. Are you serious? Holy cow. Dude, these things roll forever. They've got, like, no friction. All right, I'm going to hand deliver this all the way to the trader because the trader's pretty close. And then I'll run back up the farmer hill to get our... Yeah, because this is the second packing station. The trader's literally between the two packing stations on this map. It's all really, really close together. And once we get him delivered, then I'll be able to check, too, how many crops we need and get that done. I'm pretty sure it's just... you know what? I'm not pretty sure. I think it's 2 of each. I think it's 20 blueberries and 20 oranges. So I think we have to grow a couple days worth of crops to get that done. But I'm not going to grow huge amounts because I want to make sure we don't have these massive raids. I want to make sure we only get hay bots and tote bots, no tape bots or anything. Oh my god. Well, I guess we're delivering 2 farmers now. I was literally just going through a charge zone. Oh man, well, we got 2 of them. That's so funny. I was literally just going through a charge zone because I'm pretty sure that the trader is over that way. I should really just get up on this hill to check, but I think the trader is basically straight in the direction that we're pointing now. And I just happened to come across another farmer. That's so funny. All right, well, we got 2 farmers now. That's great. I think, yeah, the trader's right. Oh no, I'm very lost. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, that's the hill. That's the hill there where the farming is. So the trader should be down there. Okay, well, we're just gonna keep hitting farmers in a direction. If we can get two farmers delivered, that would be clutch because farmers are useful for getting all the spud guns, I think, later. Which, you know, eventually we're gonna want them all, so... The shotgun especially is incredibly useful, I find, just because it's 1 spud, I think. Or no, it's 2 spuds, but it does 4 spuds worth of damage or something. The spud laying is pretty useless because it just consumes a lot of spuds and does less damage per shot. Oh my god, I just lost. Okay, one's over here. They're both gonna end up in the lake. They're literally rolling with gravity. That's so funny. Oh no, they float. That's right, they do float. I remember that. They float. Okay, I think we just gotta keep going this way. Honestly, a vehicle made of farmers, it might be the way to go. The buoyancy on these is pretty insane. If you had farmer wheels, you know, you might float across the ground, across the water. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty amusing to just hit farmers up the road. We're definitely gonna be late for the raid. Yeah, 4 minutes to get there. That's not gonna happen even if I started sprinting. So, I don't know. It's not gonna spawn because I'm not close enough to the tile, but we're gonna be sprinting up the hill when the raid spawns, and then it may or may not wreck our crop. This might have just been a terrible idea. Like, I might lose all the blueberries for farmers, but we'll see. The defenses are down, so, like, they shouldn't be able to get at the crops, and the vehicle's pretty tough. We might lose some parts to the vehicle. Like, maybe some wheels or something, but you know what? It's worth it to get these farmer balls to the thing. Although this is seemingly the dumbest way to transport farmers. All right, trader straight ahead. All we gotta do is roll the balls in. Get them balls to the trader. He's probably gonna eat the farmers because that's what he does. Every time we deliver, it would be so cool if when you delivered farmers, then like the town grew and more stuff became available to trade. You know, like you're delivering the farmers and unlocks them and it's like, oh, congratulations. Now there's more people here that have stuff to trade, and eventually it builds up to, like, you know, a little bit more of a city rather than just the one sole trader. But no, he eats them, unfortunately. You bring him vegetables to season the farmers, and then you bring him farmers, and then he's a cannibal, and, you know, he seasons them and makes himself some nice little stew, and no matter how many farmers you bring him, he always needs more. You know, it's just, it's an unfortunate life. I don't know if it's a choice, but yeah. It's really weird that the devs decided that that was the story they were going to go with, but, you know, at this point, there hasn't been any other story released, so I'm 99% sure it's the real one. Are we even at the raid timer yet? Yeah, so the raid's been going on for a minute, but it wouldn't have spawned, technically, so we'll be alright. Our crops haven't even grown either, so we actually have to defend this raid. Alright, you get over there. You get over here. Yo, 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 yo. Perfect. There you go. There you go. Anytime. Yes, excellent. Thank you. And there we go. Perfect. 2 farmers. That was actually worth every minute of it. All right, so what do you got for spud guns? It's 1 farmer and 2 and 2, so we need 20 of each. And then it's 1 farmer for that, 2 farmers for the spudling gun. That's terrible. No farmers, no farmers. Okay. So either way, that's good. Good to get that. I'm gonna steal all these seeds because might as well. Thank you. All right, let's go kill that raid. Oh no. Okay, they're outside. Thought for a second I saw this haybot inside and I just about freaked out. I was like, if he had somehow glitched his way into that, that would suck so much. We gotta equalize the sides here. Yeah, okay, there's a haybot wrecking the vehicle. That's fine. I don't really care about the cobots as much. Did you even do any damage? I don't think so. No, it's all good. All right, perfect. Yeah, I thought when I was approaching it that I saw the haybot inside of there, and I was concerned that if maybe they had spawned, like just happened because the vehicle's not spawned, right? And then the vehicle spawns in and blah blah. Anyway, it's all good. Crisis averted. We're fine. All the crops have grown. No, they're growing. We're getting there. It's all right though. It's just a few haybots, so no big deal. So that's perfect. We need 20 of each. We don't have that much. So while that's growing, what I'm gonna do is kind of clean this up a little bit. I want to extend, I want to extend the wooden frame out to line up with where the edge of this is and sort of build the building up that way. So I'm going to actually like demolish that top layer and sort of drop it down. Do I have to demolish the top layer? Nah, we'll fix it. We're actually doing pretty good. Like the survival in the beginning was a little rough and up until recently it wasn't doing great, but now I feel like I've actually gotten the majority of things sort of established here. That can go there. Bearings. We got 7 component kits. That's 9 component kits total. We actually need to use those. Unfortunately, I gotta fix this. We're gonna fix that too. We need to upgrade this to level 4 because now we can actually connect all the wheels. Because right now, currently, the back wheels aren't connected, so we've been driving like we've been missing a wheel. So we need to connect that up. So now we have 2 level 4 engines. That's perfect. That's gonna drive our whole vehicle. Probably gonna move the cockpit as well. We don't need this seat anymore either, because we don't have the robot arm. Let's see, what else can we dump in the inventory? We can get rid of this. Put the 1 component kit back. That's pretty much it, really. All right, so we're gonna grab some wood. Essentially, we're gonna build the structure up at here. The floor is at that height, so we're gonna extend it out to there. And really what I wanna do is just sort of make floors of a building, and the bottom one is going to be our garage floor. So I'm gonna eventually, like not right now, but we're eventually gonna move the craft bot up and all the, well, no, I think the craft bot's still gonna be down, but right here at the front, and then we'll move all the chests up. And then we can use this back space as like a garage space for the overall vehicle. That hub still has to be the same size, but I think we can reduce the internal step a little bit. Just gotta break this off. Yeah, this hub here has to, I think we can take this out. All right, perfect. Now it looks more like it's literally just a giant brick. It's fine. We're making a building. I've established this is what we're doing now. It maybe at some point will not look like a brick, but for now it's going to be a giant brick. And you know what? That's okay. Because bricks are just as important. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, every car in real life is really just various bricks. They might be rounded bricks, but ultimately they're just bricks. So we're going to build a building, and it's going to be a brick because bricks are clearly the superior shape. And that's pretty much it. It's what's going to happen. And I hope you're going to be along for the ride because eventually this is going to be super, super tall. And I was just thinking about it when I was coming up this hill. We're eventually going to have to make it with a series of pistons on the back wheels. So if we go up a steep hill, we can tilt the whole building forward. And then that way the building doesn't actually just like fall over. But we're also going to put all the heavy stuff on the bottom, like all the crafting stations and stuff will all be on the bottom. So it's probably going to be okay. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. Perfect. Let's grab all these. And there's another raid coming. That's 9 oranges, 5 blueberries, 8 and 16. Okay, we're gonna grow more. I just want to get this, like, I need to get this fixed up first. We're just gonna do this for now. I know this is not really the Nomad, the way to do it, but I'm gonna do this. And I'm just gonna go like this. Just build a little bit of a nice little metal-free fence around our soil plots. And yeah, that'll just, you know, it's just gonna defend them for now, so we can continue growing while I fix up the vehicle, and then we'll get rid of this. I'll take it back after. But yeah, I wanna get the growing done quicker. I'm not gonna grow any more than 5 of each at a time, just to keep the raids nice and small. And ultimately, then we could use the time to expand the vehicle out a little bit. But yeah, it's gonna take a bit. All right, we're getting there. So far, you know, it's expanded out. It looks great. It's just a giant brick, but we're getting there. I'm running out of wood. I thought I had enough wood, and I've been converting all the scrap wood into wood, like regular wood. I'm down to 640 scrap blocks, and I'd stopped it because I thought, well, we got to keep some scrap wood, but I'm legitimately running out of actual wood. Turns out, I mean, a 16 by 16 drag is 256 blocks, so it's a lot of blocks, like almost immediately. And yeah, I'm running low just from making floors, and I want to make another floor, and then I want to put the engines on the bottom floor with the gas and stuff, so that all doesn't have to move every time we move around. But I want to put the driver's seat like way up on the top or something, so that we get a hilarious view when we're driving around. But of course, you know, if we don't have enough wood blocks, I don't know. I wanted to put one more floor on top of this one, just for now, but I might actually not have the wood to do it. Eventually, I'm gonna have to put like actual windows and stuff on some, well, I don't know. I might make it look like a giant moving castle at some point in time. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Right now, it's gonna be a giant brick, and that's just the way it's gonna be. We're gonna make a giant brick building, but it might be cool to make it look like a giant moving castle. It does have to be made out of wood. Like, I'm not gonna be able to make it out of stone or something. It's gonna be way too heavy. So it's gonna have to be wood and, you know, maybe some metal for some reinforcement around the bottom to protect it. But the upper portions are all gonna definitely have to be wood. But yeah, it would be cool to make it look like some kind of a giant moving structure of sorts. But yeah, maybe a moving castle. I don't want to necessarily put glass in all the windows because I want to be able to shoot out of the windows once we get the spud gun, you know? And ideally sit on top during raids and just blast everything that comes down. But it's going to be a giant moving brick of a building. And raid time. Hey, bot. Tote bots. Tote bots. Okay, well, that's it. I think there was just a couple tote bots. Like a single hay bot. That's interesting, because I'm pretty sure that's like the day 2 raid, isn't it? I'm just trying to get rid of these will despawn eventually. I don't need like that many tote bot heads. I don't really, wait, what's the durability? You know what? Hold on a second. What's the durability on a tote bot head? 4. Yeah, no, I don't need that many tote bot. And I thought maybe if they were like high durability, we could use them as a defense or something, but no, they're low durability. It's not really super useful. So that's it. We'll let those grow. Get some more crops tomorrow. And then I should double up the growth for the last day, and then we'll have enough blueberries. So I'll do, yeah, because we have enough soil. So if I do another 5 plots of each tomorrow, we'll have enough blueberry seeds and orange seeds to do one final day, and then that'll get us our full 20, and then boom, done. Problem solved. The funny thing for this building is because of the way scrap mechanic works, I probably only need to put lights on the very top floor. And like you can see the lights bleed through up, or even like maybe on one of the middle floors, because I'm pretty sure the light just emits a sphere in every direction and it ignores walls and stuff. So I'm 99% sure I can just put like lights on the top floor or maybe one of these middle floors, and then we'll actually be able to just do the whole thing lit up with one set of lights. We almost need to build, and I think at some point I'm gonna have to do it once we make the whole thing, like some sort of like a bubble cockpit that almost hangs off the front and is all glass or just completely open, so we can look in every direction and see where we're going in first person. Although most of the time you drive in third person anyway, but this is hilarious. All right, let's go get the engines hooked up down below. I'm gonna rewire all this up. Unauthorized farming, that's still, yeah, whatever. All right, perfect. Gonna get all this hooked up and going again. While those are still finishing, this should be good for a test drive. So we just go up and then up and then up and then get to here. Steering still works. Oh, nope, it's not good for a test drive, that's right. Half of all the bearings are gonna be backwards. Oh man, yeah, that's right. Every wheel was half and half. I'm also realizing too, is definitely gonna want the seat on the lower floor. I think it makes the most sense because you're gonna always be going all the way up, and then if you have to emergency move the vehicle, you have to go all the way to the top to move it. Like, yeah, it looks cool, but the seat should be in the front where the engines are there in that lower section, built up probably right on top of the collectors, and have a little cockpit for it there. But anyway, this works. It works quite well. We are now moving an entire building. That's great. Yeah, crafting on the second floor for sure. Craft bot on the first floor. All the chests on the second floor. I'm gonna make the second floor into just a big chest warehouse. And then on the third floor, we'll have like the cook bot and the clothing bot, and like our bed and living and stuff. And then the fourth floor can be like the roof can be like a helipad, maybe, or something. We're getting there. We're almost the size of a building. You know, we're like, compared to this building, we're very large, right? But we're it's awesome. Yeah, Nomad Survival. We're just gonna build a skyscraper and we'll drive it around everywhere we need to go. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna move this though. So I'm gonna drop the engine powers to 0, and then I'm gonna move that to this bottom floor just because I don't want to have to keep climbing up. So yeah, this will stay here. We'll do just a chunk out of this somewhere. We'll drop these to off. There we go. And then we'll put the seat basically right up here. Oh, nice. These grew. Okay. Pick up all this. Perfect. Replant. Re-water first. Wonderful. Done. Okay. I will say, it is very nice in Scrap Mechanic that they do really good on crop expansion rates. So, like, when you plant a crop, you automatically get at least more seeds than you put out of it. You know what I mean? There's never a chance where you're going to get less seeds than the amount of crops you planted. And that's super nice. So now we've already got excess blueberries. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really good. Where some games, it's close if you can make that or not. You know, just to be safe, I'm going to reinforce this a little bit more with something like this. Kind of a silly thing, but I think this kind of a plate will just sort of stop, you know, them from breaking in. I'm kind of worried that some of these plants that are right on the edge might get accidentally swiped a little bit, you know? I also realized too, I don't need a deployable fence ever. Like the deployable fence, okay, here's my thought, right? The deployable fence is cool, and it makes sense from a sort of realistic standpoint. But the reality is that we're making a really large brick of a vehicle, and ultimately all I need to do is defend the outer rim of this vehicle with metal 3, and then you plant your crops, and then you park the vehicle on top of the crops. Like, Scrap Mechanic's not some hyper-realistic game. The vehicle will not run over the crops. So we can literally just park it on top of the crops, and then we're fine. And then all we gotta do is make sure the outside of our vehicle is defended with like saw blades and drill blitz and piston-powered spud gun shooters and whatever else. But ultimately, we just park on top of the crops every night, handle your raid, and then just drive off the crops, harvest what you want, and then park them back on the top of the crops. So I'm kind of thinking that's what we'll do, rather than have a controller deployed, you know, metal fence thing. That seems a little bit silly when we could just literally reinforce the bottom of this thing to look like Mad Max and just have it all metal 3'd up, armor plated this, saw blades everywhere, and, you know, really just make it a killing death machine that obliterates bots. So that's I think that's the new plan. And raid time. Tote bots over there behind the truck. Tote bots, a couple of hay bots. Okay, I'm gonna go deal with the guys. You hay bots first. You guys are gonna do the most damage. Then I'm gonna deal with the tote bots behind the truck. Yeah, thank you. I don't want them wrecking the truck. Oh my god, he already wrecked a tire? Bro, how are you so good? Tires are weak, aren't they? Tires are just, they must just be really, really weak. He wrecked a tire so fast. I mean, it's fine, we'll build another. I still have a bit more honeycomb, but like, you know, honeycomb is not a free resource. All right, I think that's it. Just collect the circuits, put the tote bot or the hay bot arms into the mulcher. Perfect. That's it, right? Yeah. Nice. And these crops have almost grown. Fertilizer's insane. Put this away, got a couple components. Oh, the blueberries have grown. Wow. Okay, that's actually epic. You guys are actually completely done. Oh my god, they're all done. Never mind, I lied. There's only a couple that haven't. Wow. Okay, cool. So we'll get that. We'll take apart the fence. Literally gonna pack up and get out of here. And then we gotta head over to the tier 2 packing station, but it's like wicked close. So that's not really a big deal. And then we'll do the old classic, throw a chest on it. Gotta make sure we don't accidentally waste crops because we literally have no excess. And then we'll pack up the fruit crates, get them onto our truck here, and then drive them over to the trader and get a spud gun. I can't believe it. We're actually gonna get a spud gun. Like, it's gonna happen. I'm so excited. The spud gun is so critical in this game, and it's kind of a huge barrier to get it. Like, it's pretty aggressive. It's not like you just have to grow the basic crops. You have to grow basic crops, turn them in, and then get more advanced crops, and then grow the tier 2 crops just to get the first spud gun. That's a lot of work. And then to get the other spud guns, you gotta grow the tier 3 stuff. Wow, that's funny. We ended up with more blueberry seeds and orange seeds. We have 26 orange blueberry seeds, 25 orange seeds. That's all right. We have 24 oranges and 20 blueberries exactly. So that's not super great. We'll dump this into here and put this over there. And now we do have this chest I can still use with a vacuum pump. Perfect. So we'll grab a vacuum pump, grab this, and put those into there. And like, I should get that switch out of the ground because it's still in the ground. Yeah, this stupid thing. Wait, now it's purple. Let's go exploring. Oh my god, there's a lot of water under here. Oh, it's a switch. Wow. This isn't just a little bit of water, it's this whole tile. Holy cow, because it goes for all the ponds. Wow. That's neat. Yeah, if you ever wanted to, this is actually kind of cool because we're on such a tall mountain. We're actually in a water tile on a tall mountain, but like, look, we can look out and see, you know, that's outside. This is, okay, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Reality's not broken. It's all good. Let's go pack up this fruit and get ourselves a gun. So the only issue is that the building is so large that, oh, I just ran over so many cows. The building is so large that there's not really a good way to get a full third-person view of it. I almost need the seat to be right in the middle, like the driver's seat, so that if we go third-person, we can see everything, like the entire building. The only issue with that, of course, is if we do that, then you have no first-person view. These wheels work great. Oh, right, I'm missing a wheel. Derp, I forgot to patch that up. Good thing we got lots of spares. Hold on. Okay, you cannot get out of the seat while moving. You'll get jammed into the refinery and then you can't get out. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Don't have enough wood. Oh my god. We actually don't have enough wood to make a wheel. Like, we don't even have enough scrap wood to make real wood. And then we don't even have... Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna chop down... Okay. I'm gonna have to build a vehicle for mining stuff. I can't believe... We literally used all the wood to... you know what? That's a stupid... What am I doing? Okay, well, I already chopped this tree down, so I'm gonna cut it up. I'm just gonna take off the top platform, the very top one. We don't really need that just yet. And it's a lot of wood. That's like at least, you know, 500 wood in that platform. It's crazy when you think about it. Like, you build blocks in this game and you're like, okay, whatever. And you know, like, each of these rods will give us 10 scrap wood, right? So that's 80 scrap wood total. And that, like, seems like a lot when you're crafting stuff, but it's actually kind of nothing when you're building platforms and bases and things. Blocks do not go very far when you build bases. But anyway, we dumped all that into there, build ourselves another wheel. Yeah, perfect. We only have enough to build 2 more wheels at this point. Oh, okay. Well, it's getting, we're top heavy. Yep, we are in fact a little top heavy. That is the first time it rolled. I went too fast on a corner and it rolled. But wait, oh, actually no, that's not true. I'm missing a wheel. And it rolled on the side that I'm missing the wheel too. So you know what? Maybe it was because I'm missing the wheel. But we are probably also getting top heavy. So we're gonna need to weigh down the bottom a little bit more. And I'm probably also going to need to have to widen it. But both of those things I'm okay with. Now, a lot of people in the comments mentioned that this actually is a creation, the packing station, which is why I gotta stay the heck away from it, or else it will just lag me the heck out. So, good to know. And there we go. So, we're gonna eat some of this. Gonna grab this chest. Does it have the switch and the pump in it? Perfect. And then we need to grab, we'll dump this, and we need to grab I guess I can dump the toilet. I don't really know why I'm carrying that around. And we'll grab some blocks. And let's go pack ourselves some blueberries and some oranges. And then get ourselves a weapon of spud destruction. There's that, there's that. This is for blueberries. So we go yoink, and we go very carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It annoys me that they never put 10 ticks here, and it requires 10, and they put 7 ticks. It makes no sense. Why wouldn't you just put 10 ticks? Your timer has 10 ticks, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Perfect. All right, now we just gotta move this over to the oranges. I'm always terrified of the packing stations now because I don't want to lose fruit, you know? It's a... Oh, that's too far. I need to definitely build more chests. But, you know, that's another one of those future problems, as they're called. Anyway, here we go. We'll get our fruit crates, and I should just be able to stack these up on the front. And as long as they're on the front, then the weight should kind of keep us down. I think if they're on the back, like, they're tall, but, you know, I think it'll be fine. We're good. Okay, beautiful. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Let's get on out of here and go back to the trader. Now, I'm 99% sure we can cut through the trader that way. This is where we came with those roly-poly-oly guys. And I'm pretty sure we can cut right back through it. Let's, hold on. Let's just, oops. Gotta stop getting out when that's moving. That's just a real problem. Get rid of that. There we go. I wish there was a use for Topebot heads other than like putting them on your vehicle and scaring your enemies, but they're not durable enough for me to want to use them for anything, you know what I mean? So this is great. I can't believe how fast this is. It feels incredibly quick, but it's so stable. Like it you know, it's a little bit bouncy, but it really does feel like we have suspension. Oh, I got hooked on that tree. Yeah, I gotta go a little wider than you'd think because the top actually leans over. But it's fine. You know, surprisingly, this is relatively fuel efficient. I mean, we've got two, well, I probably just killed that cow. We got 2 level 4 engines, right? And we're, you know, the gas is still, it still has 2 ticks left. So it's got at least 20 fuel in it. And, you know, been driving the whole episode with this same gas. Like, I haven't filled up the gas once since that one time and we moved the tank. So, not bad. Look at that, we can park right up here. Oh, that suspension's so good. Like, you don't even feel it. You'd think, like, you see the bump and you're like, oh no, the bump's gonna suck. And then it just, look, it just floats right up. It's so nice. It's so nice when things work. All right, collect my crates, sir. That's it, right? Perfect. All right, you got 2 and 2. Eat more beets. What do you got for seeds for me today? Nothing really good. All right, I need the spud seeds. I think that's it. We're gonna have to grow a big spud field at some point to get some ammo. Right, I'm gonna get some stuff from you. Hello, you have enough for me to get a spud gun. Look at that magical piece of equipment. And there we go. And that's it. There's no fanfare. That's it. I have no ammo. But we got a gun, so that's cool. And, you know, that's pretty much all we need to succeed. Do I have ammo? I got 4450 spuds. Okay, so we got some. We have 20... Oh, we got 60... Okay, we got 69 spud seeds. Nice. But yeah, there we go. We got a spud gun now. We're good to go. I don't really know where else to go. I guess the next thing we need to really do is build up a better vehicle, like a tractor that can do some mining and harvesting. And then that way we can get more resources to build up the base a little bit more. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We have a spud gun, so gonna build out the vehicle more. And I'm definitely gonna stop trying to build a fence for the farm and instead just plop the vehicle on the farm because obviously that's the better solution. And we need to build an anchoring system for the vehicle and all sorts of fun stuff. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hit those buttons down below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and we'll see y'all next time.